Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with another Ace Impressions, this time having a look at Nebuchadnezzar. And with a name like that, you may be wondering what sort of game this is actually. And the short answer? It's a city builder made on the same vein as the Impressions games of old, so games such as Caesar and Pharaoh. So if you're into those games, this one might actually be right up your alley, at least in theory. But let's actually go over that and whether or not it is worth the asking price. By the way, let's talk about the setting before we do that, because whereas Caesar of course centers around Rome and Pharaoh centers around ancient Egypt, this goes back even further to ancient Mesopotamia, so the Sumerians as well as the Akkadian Empire formed by Sargon of Akkad, that's what this game focuses on. So it is an interesting and often overlooked time period in history, so unique in that regard, I'd say. And let's go to, I guess we'll do this mission. Yeah, we'll do this one, I think. Yeah, this is the mission I just beat, so I'll play that. Normal difficulty, and we'll do the historical start. Okay, so we need some spacious villas as well as prestige and a population high enough. Now, I did actually create a save game so I can show you what that looks like later on, but let's show you first of all how this works. What we'll need right off the bat is a port to do some trading. So we'll get that set up. That looks good. And we will get some fishing piers as well, because those are going to be necessary anyways. Some dirt roads. Just need them connected to the port there. And while we're at it, we're also going to need some basic logistics, so a few warehouses. You will want multiple warehouses in front of the port here, very specifically. And we need more workers. That is fine. People are leaving the city. That's not fine, but I know how to deal with that. Alright, so first of all, what we'll need is some basic houses. Good news is, with these basic houses here, you don't actually need resources to get basic citizen, the basic citizen numbers. But if you want to improve these houses and get more citizens, you do need resources like bread and milk for that first tier there. Alright, well, let's see though. Now we'll connect the road here. And let's check our trade. What do we need? We can do, if to initiate trade, you have to give out some gifts, actually, with some of these various factions, and have high enough prestige. So because we need more pottery as well for that, we will get ourselves a clay mine and a few clay mines actually, and then we will get ourselves a few ceramic workshops. But we need more people, so we will get more people. Alright. And speed it up. We do need our city to be big enough as well anyways, so it makes sense. Now that we've gotten at least some excess population, we will create another warehouse here, and we will create this caravanserai, which will actually, when we can, start sending off some of them to this dock here. But for now, we don't have to do that quite yet. Instead, we can trade. Okay, so let's look at the exports here. Even though we can gift them fish or copper, although we don't have any copper and we have to import that right now, we can only really export more bread or copper back to that particular city. So instead, give these guys fish, because then we can export fish. And that is going to be how we make our money. Now, we can go ahead and actually, well, we'll go with this one, I guess. And we will start having a caravan send pottery over to, oh, actually. So, to send out pottery, you need to have it very specifically set up so that this is set to export pottery and that is set to import pottery. So we'll just do it like that. And there you go. Now we should have enough people working these that we can have more workers here, which should help improve our logistics or industry even further. And now, what other nation? Oh, this nation we can actually start selling pottery to as well. And there we go, even more goodies. Although this one is going to be even better as far as exports are concerned. And there we have it as far as that is dealt with. Simple enough. As far as the logistics here, well, normally what you do is you set up a warehouse here, and they'll take the goods from the warehouse or straight from the farm or whatever, and you have these girls delivering the goods all over the town. You do have to program the routes, so as you can see, this is how the route is planned there. But let me actually... Oh, we got new trade opportunity. Yeah, and also trade is often essential to completing missions anyways in this game, because you need the prestige from trade to often complete the objectives. Trade increases prestige. So we are actually starting to turn a profit, which is good on that. And yeah, that is at its core the basics of the game. But let me show you what it looks like once you get fully going. We'll go to the game I've saved, with me having beat the mission. As you can see, we got some massive villas here. And yeah, so we've gotten, we're importing copper, we're turning it into copper jewelry, and then that gets shipped over to here, where the markets here will start delivering the jewelry all over the place, which causes the villas to be upgraded like that, and that gives us more money. Now, there is, by the way, I should mention, let's talk about some of the criticisms that this game has that are valid criticisms. The old school Impressions games had features that this game does not. There does not, for example, appear to be any way to change your taxes right now. So that is a very valid critique in this regard. Trade is essential to making money in this game. Another thing to keep in mind is that military is completely absent in this game as well. So that is another very valid criticism, I would say. To actually improve this road a little bit. There we go. And then we can build some more houses. And we'll build a road here. Yeah, but anyways, so that is a valid concern that you need, that there's no military and that there is no way to really adjust taxes. There's also some stuff here and there that the game could do better. I think a more in-depth religion mechanic would be nice than just having priests going around delivering faith. But it does work for what it is, and I do think that from what I've played, I have been thoroughly enjoying this game. It's just, well, like I said, there's stuff missing in comparison to the original game, so something to keep in mind, I suppose. But is it worth the $20 asking price on Steam and GOG.com? Well, I would say I've been getting $20. I've been getting my money's worth out of the game, but again, your mileage may vary. So we do need to send bread over to this person. We will do that. And that actually gives me a good opportunity to show another mechanic of this game, the way that farms work. So we'll make sure we can set up a farm proper here in the first place. We can if we do this. So what you need is irrigation systems, and we will now have that set up. Irrigation pumps, irrigation canals, and you need multiples often just to get enough stuff here. So we'll get that. Then we'll get ourselves a crop farm. And we want regular wheat farms. That should be enough there. Okay, that should be more than enough there, so what we'll do is we'll then build a few bakeries. And then finally, we will get ourselves a warehouse. Actually, we will place the warehouse there, get rid of this bakery, and then move it over here. And then we will be able to produce ourselves some good old-fashioned bread, which we can then ship off and get that little request taken care of. And you do want to do those requests because they do, if you fail them, they will reduce your popularity with the city or reduce relations with the city. So yeah, good idea to get that taken care of. So we got some additional bread being made, which is nice. I will make sure that the wheat is not collected by this, so... Now you do get tons of more resources to deal with as the game progresses. I should mention that later on. So I have spent a few hours playing this, and like I said, I've been having a good time myself. Okay, now that we've gotten enough, I think we can send another logistics system up. And we will have it set to go there. Oh, or not. Okay, well, we will actually get it set up. So we'll get the bread delivered from there. So it looks like they are going there anyway, so that's good. Now, let's see how close we are to finishing that request. Perfect. Now we can actually get him to leave that alone. And that is actually a good place to call it for now. So, this game, is it worth the asking price? I would say personally yes, myself, although there are, like I said, some missing features. They are adding in more features, by the way, as the game is continuing development, even though it is out of early access. So that is a promising sign in its own right. Again, it's $20, so it's... I can understand if people that are hardcore Impressions games fans that want every single feature of the originals to not be happy with this game. I can understand that perfectly. As I've said, though, I've personally been enjoying this game, so this is my own personal opinion. I would say that I have gotten my $20 out of it so far. But yeah, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.